Good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, and it is September 12th, and today is National School Picture Day.
Yes.
Yes, so we're going to show you some hysterical photos and a few photos of some of our staff members.
Yes, so that'll be fun.
That'll be right after this.
All right, on our show today, we have a couple guests from the Gavin Herbert Eye Institute, which is associated with UCI. We have the doctors here today with the Eye Institute, and also one of our patients. Then we're going to bring you a segment about the Toll Roads event that's coming up, their Stick and Go event, and that's about transitioning from their transponder to their RFID tags, and they're going to be doing this on Saturday. So pay attention to this because if those of you who've got the mailer that has your sticker in there, they can help you out with that. Jennifer Carmarker will be here with all the latest Globe headlines, and we're going to bring you a segment from the Orange County Sheriff's Department.
Our meetings today is the Mutual 50 Agenda Workshop meeting. That'll be at the Towers Key Club at 10 a.m. Then we have the third Garden Villas meeting, which will be in Clubhouse 5, and that is also at 10 a.m. Then we have the GRF CAC, Community Activities Committee meeting in the boardroom at 1:30, and then we have the United Resident Advisory Committee meeting at 4 p.m. in the Sycamore Room. So, all right, so do you remember that infamous day when you showed up looking your best for your school picture day? Well, we remember, and we remembered with a few photos from some of our staff. But let me just say that, you know, Picture Day creates memories like no other that last a lifetime if you keep your photos. Not only that, but the day makes moms and dads radiate with pride and joy. Whether they capture the first toothless grin or the start of adolescence, school pictures are a tradition dating back generations. So now I want to show you a few hysterical photos that we found on the internet. Now, unfortunately, these poor kids got caught in smiles or non-smiles, you know, and then they have to live with that for the rest of their lives, with whatever age that is. So, and then the poor girls with their hair way back when, and then of course with our headgear that we used to have for braces. Now, the next photos I'm going to show you is look at us. We have Michelle, and look at Ken. Doesn't he look adorable? And he was saying that he still has that same shirt, right?
I do, yes.
And then there I am over there with all teeth. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for braces. Then look at, there's Paul, isn't he adorable? And then look at Mark. You guys would not even recognize Mark today. And then there's Constance, oh my gosh, she's our makeup gal, and she just looks gorgeous and beautiful as always. So there you go. So dig up those old photos, have some fun, and I'm sure a good laugh.
Yes.
Ken?
Yeah, I wonder what, Michelle has a black and white picture. They didn't have color photos back then, I guess.
You know, she just took it straight from
yes.
that.
Oops, I'm not. Wait, let me get down here. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
They forgot to line me up. That's okay.
All right. Well, how's that weather?
You know what? I'll get off to the side.
It's looking hazy.
But yes, I still do have that shirt. I'm sure I do.
And the pants and the shoes.
And the pants and the shoes. I definitely do. Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing similar pants today. I have shoes like that.
You are.
All right, here we go. We got warming up a little bit today, more so on Friday and Saturday. And unfortunately, although I don't see it yet, we could have red flag warnings on those days due to the offshore Santa Ana winds. This will be really the first Santa Ana wind event that we've had, you know, where it's strong. We could start to see it tonight. And then look at it drop back down on Monday. We go up, we go right back down. Fantastic, you know. So it's only, I want to say, 2 days, 3 days of hot weather. We'll be about 5 degrees warmer today, and then warmer still Friday and Saturday. Sunday will be kind of transitioning out of that, as you can see there, about 84 degrees, and then going right back down again on Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully, you know, all the Santa Ana winds don't cause all the problems that sometimes that they cause. Let's look around the area, around the Southern California area, and all the temperatures are up. Anywhere compared to yesterday, I would say anywhere from 5 to maybe 7, 8 degrees today. So quite a bit. Even Palm Springs, remember yesterday, I think they were like 96 or something like that. Arrowhead has been in the mid 70s. Just about 3 days ago, they had a high of like 65. 15 degrees warmer today, so quite a bit. And yeah, the sailboats are going to be out there. They'll enjoy this offshore wind. And in fact, you can buy that photo there. It looks like they have an offshore wind. So hopefully, it doesn't get too bad. I haven't seen any official red flag warnings yet, so but I can bet that possibly tomorrow or Saturday those will go up. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Did you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first 2 buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Trust the experts at Universal Carpet for all your flooring needs. Now get 50% off pet stain resistant and hyperallergenic carpet, porcelain tile, wood laminate and waterproof flooring, and complete kitchen and bath remodels. Plus get 5-year 0% financing, including free installation and free furniture removal. Our convenient showrooms are just minutes away in Irvine and Huntington Beach, or call 866-402-2747 for our free in-home shopping service. Universal Carpet, the low price leader for over 20 years.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the jewelry box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
Dr. Farman Cosmetic and Implant Dentistry is located right outside Gate 6 and has been keeping the village smiling for many years.
I trust Dr. Farman with all my dental procedures and all my dental work. Thank goodness I found Dr. Farman.
We have been serving the community of Laguna Woods for almost 20 years now. Come and visit us at Brilliant Smile for all your dental needs.
We are close to Gate 6, near Snooty Fox Restaurant, behind Coco's.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today we're talking with Dr. Christine Chung of 7-Day Dental. Today's topic is bad breath. Doctor, what do we need to know about bad breath? Mom.
Oh, sorry. Bad breath is caused by poor oral hygiene, which eventually leads to dental, gum disease, and decay. It's an easy fix.
Thank you, doctor. So don't wait, people. Come on in and get your 7-Day Dental smile.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Welcome back. Today we have UCI Gavin Herbert Eye Institute with us, and we have Dr. Rebecca Kammer, and we have her patient, Dan Dunbar, who's going to talk about a surgery for eyes and be able to see. And so, Dan, we'll start with you in just a little bit, but first we're going to have Dr. Kammer. Tell us a little bit about this type of surgery and why it's so interesting.
Okay. Well, for macular degeneration, which many people in the United States and even locally have, it affects older patients, typically more ones that have lighter pigments, so Caucasian males, females. Quite a large, over 2 million people have macular degeneration. Wow. Okay. And that causes blind spots in the center of your vision. So it may be that only one eye is affected, but when both eyes are affected, it really impacts daily life. You know, your ability to read, pay bills, see your food, even see faces, grandchildren, and so on.
And driving.
Absolutely.
Right.
Our #1 independence, right?
Yes, right.
Especially in
exactly.
California, we're so used to
Yeah, I mean,
driving.
you have to drive everywhere, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So when that happens, you have what is called low vision or visual impairment. And there's ways that we can, I'm a low vision rehabilitation specialist, an optometrist who works with folks who have these diseases. And I would help to help someone understand their vision and then utilize it better with devices or tools, or adaptive tools. It might be magnifiers, simply put, but there's a lot of more complex things nowadays.
Right.
And this telescope is one of those.
Okay.
So they place a little telescope. If you think of binoculars, it has multiple lenses in the system. But this is only one, and it actually goes inside the eye. So
Right.
it's tiny, I mean the size of your pinky
Right.
tip of your nail.
Right.
And it goes in similar to cataract surgery, a little more advanced cataract surgery, but as quick in a way, about an hour surgery, so you're not in the hospital overnight or anything like that.
Okay.
And they replace the lens in the eye that's turning yellow anyway with cataract, and then they replace it with this telescope.
Wow.
So it's an amazing system, but now you have one eye that has a magnified view and the other eye that does not.
Okay.
So you have to learn how to use each eye for different things.
Oh, I see.
The magnified eye is for your being able to see the food in your plate, seeing faces, watch TV, even read. Reading can be more challenging and slow, but it still makes it possible in some cases.
Okay.
And then the other eye is you're moving around, walking around, because you have good peripheral vision in that eye.
Okay. And you
So-
can drive with that then?
No, you shouldn't, because you
shouldn't.
really only have one eye that is affected with macular degeneration. So just by the fact that you have low vision, that eye doesn't see well enough for driving anyway.
I see.
And then when we put the telescope in, even though it's magnified, it is a reduced field of view. Still pretty large, 20 degrees.
Right, okay.
But it's too tricky for driving, so we don't recommend that.
At what age would you actually be able to have this type of surgery? I mean, can you get it? I guess the question is more, at what age do you start seeing the macular degeneration?
Good questions. So around 60, 65, we often see it starting to affect people more and more in terms of life and daily activities. When this first came out, it was approved for 75 years old, but now it's down to 65 years old. So if you have the right situation with macular degeneration affecting you to a certain level where you're close to legal blindness, you wouldn't be trying to drive anyway.
Right.
Then this is a great option to be able to have your own magnifier built in. You don't have to go find it in a drawer.
Exactly.
So-
Now you said that the surgery, and I know we have a video of the surgery too, so it's only an hour, right?
About,
and then are you under completely, or?
No, you're sedated. So Dan probably remembers being, kind of knowing they're working on you a little bit.
I can see him working, but you don't have a lens most of the
Oh, right. But you could see like shadows and stuff, right?
you see shadows, and and there was no discomfort involved at all.
You weren't scared?
No, because I had a lot of confidence in the doctor.
Right. So you had done your research?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, with the name of UCI too,
Well, he had his done early on at UCLA with Dr. Maskett, one of the first in the country, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so.
And he was head of that kind of department at UCLA. So.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
very experienced surgeon.
But now, since his surgery, your particular surgery is much different than it was before.
It's always improving. They're always working on ways to make the healing faster, less complications, and so on. There's very low complications anyway.
Okay.
And the company is working on a new telescope, a new development, so that'll be coming out in where it's even smaller incision than the current process.
That's great.
Yes, and there is a study. So currently it's labeled, so to speak, so it can be put in an eye that still has a cataract. But a lot of people have already had their cataracts removed, even at 60.
Right,
Especially in California and Florida,
Sure.
So there is a study to take someone who's already had cataract surgery and has a new plastic little fake lens to replace that with this complicated telescopic lens.
Okay.
So that study is going on at UCI and other centers of excellence around the United States. So someone could be evaluated for it and then have it done even if they've had cataract surgery.
Okay. So let's talk about your situation. What were you experiencing before the surgery?
Well, I quit driving at about 2007 because I couldn't see well enough to know where I was headed. And you don't have any central vision. In order for me in those days to see you, I would look there, which is over here.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay?
Oh, right.
Because if I looked at you, not there. And that's true with my right eye today. I don't really see you if I look directly at you. And because you're using the side vision, the peripheral vision of your eye to get by, and you don't know that. That's one of the big problems as a patient. You don't realize that I've spent 4 or 5 years not looking at anything. I now have a telescope, which if I don't look at you with a telescope, I don't see you. If I look over here, you're not there. You're out of my field of view.
Okay.
And that causes a problem to a user because he's accustomed or she's accustomed to always kind of looking some particular direction that the mind has said that's the best thing. And I was amazed that they assigned me when I had my operation. I had basically 3 doctors and a physical therapist. And I'm going, why do I need a physical therapist? Because, I mean, there's nothing wrong here.
Yeah.
It's all up here.
Right.
And the reason is you have to learn how to see again.
Oh, retrain your eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, your brain, really.
Yeah.
And your brain.
Yeah.
And my brain's adjusted pretty well. I would prefer maybe to have some software changes to it, but you know, it works. I can now see over a mile distance. I before could only see about 50 feet. Be able to recognize something at 50 feet.
Right.
Now I can watch traffic. I can't drive because I have no real vision over here.
Sure.
So it's, I get alarmed when I ski, for example, and if somebody comes up, I don't see them till they get about here.
Are you still skiing now?
No, not in the last
that's
two.
amazing.
Last 2 years, I haven't skied.
Okay.
Because it turned out I had just recovering from open heart surgery.
Oh, I
had
see.
a bunch of blocked arteries.
Okay.
And I couldn't stay up on my feet very well.
Right. But prior to that, you were skiing after the surgery. Oh,
and
that's
it was great because I could see where I was going.
Oh, that's
I could
nice.
see if there was a twig down there or a log or whatever or a tree, you know. But I had to train myself to look at what I wanted to see.
Okay.
And that took a lot of time. And it causes some problems back here. You're not accustomed to doing that. You have to remember that you learn how to see when you're a baby.
Okay, right.
The world's upside down for you. And you have to turn it the way we now see it.
Yeah.
And similarly, everything that the brain has seen out of both eyes is now different in one eye. And so there's a lot of computation that the mind has to go through to adjust. And that's tiring. You tend to get tired and you tend to have naps in the afternoon until you get accustomed to all this new work that you have to do.
Well, now, you've had the implant how long?
No, over 8 years.
8 years. Is there anything that he needs to be concerned about going forward? I mean, do they do checkups periodically?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, they
about
do.
every year I have a checkup with a retinologist.
Okay, and so far everything is good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
the thing's still exactly where it was put.
oh, well, there you go. Good,
moved.
hasn't moved. All right. And
Yeah.
how does that happen? How does that happen, Dr. Kevin?
That it stays where it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has these kind of side flanges or wings. So, and that's similar to cataract surgery. When they replace the human lens with a little plastic, clear, beautiful lens, it has these haptics or little hooks. And so when they go into a certain position just behind the colored part of your eye.
Okay.
Same process for the telescope. And it's weighted beautifully. I mean, it has air in between several lenses, but it's longer and larger than our own natural lens. So it has to be weighted so it doesn't tip forward. They've done a beautiful job of engineering it.
So it's called Centrosight Telescope.
Yes, that's the interface where you could go on, search for Centrosight and the website.
Oh, okay. All right. So, but that's just the telescope that you're using, correct?
The implantable telescope, IMT or so, is what it's called. But Centrosight is kind of the landing page or the easy access point.
However, they could go to your website and be able to find out the information there,
Yes,
right?
so they have to be evaluated to see if they qualify and so on. So they would see a cornea surgeon who's been trained in that particular method and so on, which is at UC Irvine.
All right.
And then they'd have to see a low vision optometrist so that we make sure that they, meet that they have the right goals. Maybe they,
Sure.
you know, really don't want to be active in learning how to use it. You
Right.
know? So we've got to check those kind of things out.
Okay.
And then they go through the process, and then there's a rehabilitation process afterwards, about 3 months or so.
Okay. Now you do have an event that's coming up where people could learn more about this particular type of surgery. Tell me about the event.
Yes, so it's coming up next Saturday, so at
Okay.
the Gavin Herbert Eye Institute,
Mhm.
and it'll be a morning session, and it's with the surgeon who does the surgeries for it. There
All
are
right.
a couple surgeons who do it, of course, at the university, but
Okay.
we'll have one talking. I'll be talking as well, and then we'll actually have the company there who we'll be talking about the product as well. So
Okay.
it'll be a nice symposium, and it's free, so you know you could come and bring loved ones and so on. 'Cause usually the children and family want to know, what are
We
you
want to
thinking
know,
about?
like, sort of what you're going through for sure. I mean, we
Yes.
want to make sure that they're in good hands, which you certainly were in good hands.
Oh, yeah.
Any last few words about the surgery and about the folks that you've been working with?
Well, I'm very impressed with all the people. I started out in West LA, and now I ended up with UCI.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of education that had to go on within the eye business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because I worked with vision care with prospective patients
Mhm.
and patients who had it and had problems.
Oh, okay.
And so most of those difficulties we ran into the first 5 years is no longer valid. People are
Right.
getting the information the way they should.
Mhm.
These kind of symposiums will help,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And if the conditions are good, I'll be happy to show up and to show them how this works.
Perfect.
Because it's a marvelous device. It's just,
Yeah.
it's fantastic what it can do.
I think it really keeps you independent. Keeps
Oh,
you
yeah.
doing things you want to do rather than
Right.
having everyone have to do things for you.
Exactly.
And that alone is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
telling your story, and thank you, Doctor. It's nice to know more about the operation itself.
Yes.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
And remember, the event is September 21st, and it's going to be at the Gavin Herbert Eye Institute, and there'll be complimentary parking and light refreshments. So if you want to know more about it, it's centrussight.com, and we'll be right back.
When your sticker package arrives, follow the simple instructions on the envelope. It's important to know that the sticker must be adhered to the inside of your vehicle before driving on a tolled bridge, lane, or road. There, you're all set to go out and enjoy the drive. A new drive awaits on the toll roads of Orange County.
Well, coming up on Friday, September 13th at the Performing Arts Center, the toll roads and the city are having what's called the Stick and Go event. Now, what is that? Well, they're transitioning from their transponders to RFID tags, and it's something that I got probably about 2 months ago. So today we have Mayor Connors on, and we have on Lori Olin, and Lori is with the what's really called the Transportation Corridor Agencies. We call the toll roads, right?
Correct.
All
Most
right.
people know us as the toll roads.
Yeah, is it one and the same?
One and the
It's
same,
one and the
yes.
same. All right, great to have you both here today. So as I said, you folks are transitioning over, and this is what this event is really about. There are these RFID stickers that a lot of folks here are familiar with because people have something similar on the front of their, usually it's their headlights, and that gets them in and out of the gates. This is really the same technology, but might be a little more difficult to put on. I know it kind of was for me because you gotta reach ahead, but that's why you're here today. That's why both of you, to tell us why you are doing this.
Right, so we're having this event because we realize that sometimes it's a little tricky to get the sticker on the windshield, or people need a little extra help or have questions. So we decided it would be a great time to come out and have an event and have drivers or account holders bring their sticker package that they got in the mail, and come out and we will put the sticker on for the driver. So
Yeah.
it makes it really easy.
Yes.
We'll also have some refreshments and we have people there who can answer questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Ken said, he drives a van, I drive a Prius, and I know from cleaning my windshield that reaching way up there is really awkward.
It's hard, yeah.
And I know it's awkward for people who are less able than I am. And so I've had my sticker for a couple of weeks now. I just carry them around. I'm going to wait and let the trained professionals install them. Trained sticker professionals.
Let me ask first why you are doing this. Now, over the years, of course, there's been the transponders, and there's been different ones of those, and we'll talk about that. And there was also the ones that would fit on the license plate, the bars and things like that. So why are you doing this transitioning?
So the state of California has asked all tolling agencies to be moving towards some new technology that's eventually going to get us to be interoperable throughout the whole United States. So all tolling agencies in California are working toward getting all of our account holders to use this technology. So that's what we're doing. It's really a technology upgrade, similar to what you've had here in Laguna Woods recently.
Yeah.
So transponders can take the form of a sticker, a small, clear sticker.
Now, this is what you just mentioned, that eventually this can be used throughout the country. And one of the things I think that's been a little confusing to folks over the past several years is you have the fast track, and maybe can you use that on the 91? Can you? Because I know that's a separate, different type of situation. If I'm driving up in the Bay Area and cross the Golden Gate Bridge and things like that, is this a move towards you can have one sticker for all these different things?
Yes, fast track can be used on any tolled bridge, lane, or road in California.
That's nice. And then I know that, like for me, I have the account, it gets refilled every whatever it is. I have a threshold. If I were to use this somewhere else, and I might go through it faster, I'm on vacation, I'm up in the Bay Area, is that just means it pulls from my bank account a little bit quicker? Or some people have ones that are pay as you go. So talk about that, because with this transitioning, I'm sure people are asking, well, are you still going to have that ability?
Right, it's fast track, and the method of payment will remain the same. So if you prepay or pay with a credit card or you get an invoice, the method of payment stays the same, but now all of our accounts will be called fast track.
Okay. And Cynthia, I know that this is something that, as you mentioned, you've got these in the mail, and I think I've had mine, I want to say a couple months ago. I think that it was about that I got mine. And does that mean that coming up on Friday the 13th, that the people that should come by are ones that have just gotten this? That mean everyone should have gotten this by now?
So if you have a fast track account and you've had a fast track account, you should have already received this package with your stickers. So make sure you bring those out to the event. And then we have express accounts, which are our accounts that could only be used on the toll roads. They're going to start getting their sticker transponders. Some of them are already getting them. Some of them will get them in the coming weeks. And then depending on how this event does, then we may come out and also help the people who are just now getting their stickers. We'll come out again and help them put their stickers on.
I will say, if you think you should have a sticker and you don't have one yet, you can go to the toll roads office and get your sticker and then bring it in on Friday and have it put on.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you have the ability at this event, if people have never had a transponder, to come down there and go, I want to sign up?
We will. People will be able to sign up. We can help get them signed up. They just won't have their stickers there that day. So then maybe we can schedule another event and come out and help them put their stickers on. We also have our service center near Irvine Spectrum, where if you come in and you need some help putting a sticker on, we're more than happy.
Oh, where is that? I didn't know that was there.
So it's near Irvine Spectrum on Pacifica and Barranca.
Okay.
Those are the cross
I didn't know that.
So it's really easy, it's really convenient. If you can't make it out to this event but you need some help, come on out and we'll do that for you at our offices.
Okay, now here's a couple questions that I want to know.
Okay.
With the transponder, well, my first question is, what do I do with my transponder? I still have mine. I don't have it on the dash anymore. I didn't throw it away. I think I have it in my glove box or something like that. What happens to those? Like for me, is it once I put the sticker on, that becomes inactive?
Well, so the hard case transponders still work, and it's good to keep those if it has the switch on it, so that if you...
Mine does not. Mine's like the square You know, it's like that big.
So if you have a square one that doesn't have a switch on it, it's time to deactivate those in your account and recycle those like you would a household hazardous waste or a battery. And I believe you can do that at City Hall.
I believe you can do that at City Hall.
Okay.
So that would be the way to get rid of those. If you have a hard case transponder with a switch on it, it's good to keep that in case you're going to drive on the 10 or 110 and you have a carpool and you want to make sure you get those discounts. And it's also handy to keep around. I know my mother-in-law comes into town, and so I put her license plate in my account and I put that hard case transponder on her windshield.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Okay, one of the advantages of having the hard case transponder was exactly what you said. You know, you have a visitor and you could put their license plate on it. The other one is maybe you have a loaner car because your car's in the shop for a few days. If I just have that sticker, now what?
The secret is that the tolling comes from the license plate.
Right.
And if you add your mother-in-law's car or your guest car online to your account, the license plate is photographed in the absence.
Okay.
It's photographed always.
In the absence of this sticker.
And in the absence of a sticker or transponder, it'll still be billed to your
Okay,
account.
so that's what I wanted to find out. As long as it's really the same thing, if they don't have a transponder, they don't have a sticker, it doesn't matter. I can put them on my account for, or if I have a loaner car, I guess I'd have to get on very quickly.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's really for vehicles that are going to be on your account for a short amount of time.
Right. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a really great solution.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it's going to be for a longer amount of time, we really like a transponder. So that way, it's like a checks and balance system. And so if the transponder doesn't read, then we can charge a toll based on the reading of your license plate. But for short-term visitors or rentals or loaners, you can just make sure you add your license plate number to your account.
Okay, so my transponder that I have right now is I should deactivate that.
You should deactivate it. Go into your account and you can find the transponder number and deactivate it. You could also call us or come into our call center or our walk-in center and then dispose of it as you would batteries.
Okay, but that's a good thing because I wanted to know what was going to be happening with that. If someone does have a loaner car and you think, hey, you know, this has happened to me. Okay, it's going to be take a little bit longer to fix this warranty repair. We're going to give you a car. Now, I don't need to take the toll road home. You know, if I don't want to, so it's not a big deal. But if someone takes it home, they should then immediately contact within 24 hours the toll road and go, oh, by the way, because what's going to happen is wherever you got the loaner car from, it's going to be, hey, wait a minute, we just got a charge.
Right, so it depends on the rental car agency.
Right.
And then you can also always enter a license plate number and backdate it to the date that you drove or kind of the starting date.
Very good.
It's not so urgent that you have to do it within 24 hours, but you need to do it in a couple of days.
Just don't forget.
All right, that's a good point. So for this event, it's going on from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the morning over at the Performing Arts Center parking lot. And just show up. You don't need to make a reservation.
Nope, just show up.
As long as you've got this.
Team there. We'll be in the bright safety vests, so you'll be able to spot us.
Okay.
And we will help you. We will get the sticker on your windshield. So if it's...
Do you have a special little tool to do that?
No, we're just trained.
They're bringing people with long arms.
Yeah, yes, which I don't have. All right, so that makes sense. Well, thank you very much. You know, we're right after the segment, we're going to have a little video that we're going to show on this. But I think it's good that you folks are doing this. And I imagine this is, you know, eventually throughout the country, I'm sure many agencies use something similar.
It's where the tolling industry is going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having
me. Good
me.
to see you, Mayor.
Nice to be here.
You take care. And as I said, we're going to leave this segment with a quick video on this new sticker and take a look at that. And then on Friday at the Performing Arts Center, if you've gotten this in the mail, stop on by from 9 to 11 o'clock to help you put those in. We'll be right back. Yes, the dog.
New era in tolling technology has arrived. The future of Fast Track is here, and now in the form of a thin sticker that is specifically created to be small, unobtrusive, and with more simplified payment options. But don't let the small size fool you. Its built-in technology will not only have you zipping through the toll roads of Orange County, it also gives you easy access to all of California's tolled bridges, lanes, and roads, saving you time, avoiding traffic, and getting to your destination stress-free. One sticker transponder will be provided free to each vehicle listed on the account, And starting in mid-2019, Fast Track account holders will be able to choose from 3, not just 1, payment methods. Plus, there will be no monthly account maintenance, and frequent Fast Track drivers may be eligible for discounted tolls. So how does this new technology work? The new transponder does not require a battery. Instead, it has a small antenna embedded in the sticker. Just like the hard case transponder, when you pass through a toll location, the equipment reads the sticker to automatically charge your account the appropriate amount. Installation is quick and easy. When your sticker package arrives, follow the simple instructions on the envelope. It's important to know that the sticker must be adhered to the inside of your vehicle before driving on a tolled bridge, lane, or road. There, you're all set to go out and enjoy the drive. A new drive awaits on the toll roads of Orange County.
It's time for Globe headlines, and we have Jennifer Carmarker here. Hello.
Good morning.
Nice to see you again.
Great to be here.
Thanks for being here, and I know you've got lots of goodies to tell us about today.
I do. We have on our cover today the Hula Club.
I love hula.
It looked like so much fun from the photos. They hosted their 3rd annual Hula Festival. That was on Saturday. They welcomed residents and their guests to enjoy performances by 9 senior hula groups, 87 dancers total, as well as live Hawaiian music. The free event took place at Clubhouse 2, and there was more than 200 people that came out for that. Yeah.
Good for them.
The Hula Club president, there they are. Isn't that sweet? The Hula Club president and founder Jean Shake says what's amazing about this event is that the performers were all seniors from different parts of the world. There were dancers from Korea, China, Filipino, Indian, all coming together to learn the hula. All the dancers were required to be 55 and older.
Okay.
And the Hula Club, which ranges from 25 to 35 members, performed first with a welcome chant transitioning into an ancient hula telling of forbidden self-sacrificial love. That sounds intriguing. Love stories are apparently a common theme for hulas, and they're also told through the flowers that they choose, like the yellow plumerias that the group was wearing. You can see here. Hula Club member Lynn Finkelor said hula isn't just frou-frou dancing, it's a dance of the heart and of the whole entire culture, and it's sacred.
And it's always telling a story.
Always telling a story.
I remember watching some of the luau's that you go to in Hawaii, and they have the wedding dance and all those types of things. So it's always telling some kind of story.
Lovely.
It is beautiful.
So if you're interested in the club, they meet twice a week in Clubhouse 6, and they learn steps and chants, and then on Saturday in Clubhouse 1, they practice their hula and plan trips. I guess they're going to the Big Island next year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So for more information on the club, you can visit lagunawoodsvillage.com and click on clubs.
Perfect. Perfect.
So,
very intriguing.
Yeah. Now, some of you may have heard of the new 100,000 square foot marketplace that's open in the former Laguna Hills Mall in the Macy's. There are nearly 200 vendors selling their arts, crafts, and furniture. And that's in the Macy's, as I said. The department store closed early in 2018, followed by the shutdown of the mall's interior late last year. But through recycling the building that has been empty for months, the people behind Open Market OC hope to create a more permanent version of outdoor pop-up markets, something like the Sawdust Festival that we have down in Laguna Beach.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Gives everybody an opportunity to see the wares from local artists, which I think is
I
nice.
haven't been over there. I'm planning to go tomorrow and check it out. So yeah, everyone says it's really wonderful.
Okay.
Open Market OC is not an indoor swap meet. The owners are quick to tell me that booths are spaced much further apart, giving visitors plenty of space to walk around.
Okay.
Jewelers are actually using the old glass cases, and there's even a runway along the store's southern edge that will host fashion shows.
Oh, fun.
So fun. And I don't know if you showed the photo of resident Cindy Whitney.
I did see her.
Okay. She's a Laguna Woods resident, and she sells homemade jewelry. And she says she wants Open Market OC to succeed so it can be replicated in other vacant malls. I think it's a great idea. And there's a lot of vacant malls now with everybody, you know, going online to do their shopping. Malls
That's
are closing all over the country,
Yeah.
so it's really a good idea. So they are also going to have a open house. That will be October 5th and 6th.
Okay.
There are plans to add more vendors and even some that will sell food and offer programs such as crafting classes and fashion shows.
Good. That's, you know, like you said, give it a good, vibrant feel to something that was empty.
Right, right. So now for some news. Monthly assessments will be increasing in United Mutual by $23.46 next year per month. That's 4% increase. That's part of the 2020 business plan and reserve plan passed by the United Board on Tuesday. The monthly base assessments will increase from $578.52 to $601.98 beginning in January. Next year's highest projected expense for the mutual is $11 million in property and sales tax, followed by $7.5 million for employee compensation. These should be offset by $1.4 million in revenue collected from $20,000 in merchandise sales, about $500,000 from fees and charges to residents, $270,000 from laundry, and $500,000 from miscellaneous means. The board approved the plan 9-1 on Tuesday with Director Andre Toring in opposition. So let me tell you about some upcoming events that I think are really exciting. The Publishing Club will present its sixth Storytelling in September. It's their annual and legendary event. It will be Tuesday, September 17th. That will be in the Performing Arts Center, Dining Room 1. You can get tickets on the pink flyer in the clubhouses. And there will be 10 excellent storytellers, prizes, a delicious dinner with dessert and wine, and doors open at 2:30. And the Art Association will be hosting world-renowned watercolorist Feeling Ling. She will be providing a special one-time demonstration of her transparent watercolor technique. That will be Monday, September 23rd in the Performing Arts Center at 6:30. Her lively images, airy and filled with color and movement, captured awards at Watercolor West, National Watercolor Society, Audubon Artists, and San Diego Watercolor International. All residents are welcome. It's $3 at the door. And then this is always, we get questions, people calling all the time, when is the city going to host their goods exchange? So the city is going to host their goods exchange and e-waste recycling drop-off on Saturday, September 21st. That'll be 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. at City Hall. So for more information, you can call over there. It's a great opportunity to let other people enjoy reused household items, small appliances, electronic books, whatever you have that you would like to dispose of. Other people can maybe use them.
Perfect,
So,
as long as they're in working condition.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so you can browse what's there, take away things for free. There's no cost. So
that's good.
That's a good idea. Also, Goodwill Industries will be on site if you choose to donate your items directly. Okay, we get to our favorite part, letters.
Your letters.
We have some doozies this week.
Oh boy.
Predictably, many are about the upcoming election.
Sure.
Along with a letter on the increase in the facilities rental to certain clubs. One letter writer bemoaned the fact that Third Mutual is unnecessarily spending money on the election with 4 candidates running for 4 open seats. Then we had this letter from Pat Wilkinson on behalf of the Cat Club. And I know she's been on your show, your station many times. Pat writes, the Laguna Woods Cat Club is in dire need of fosters. Yeah. Currently, we only have 2 active foster homes. All of them are occupied. So if we receive new requests to find a new home for new kitties, we have no place to care for them as they await their forever home. We hope when you read this call for help, you will give becoming a foster special consideration. So if you're interested in becoming a foster or want more information, there's a number to call at the end of the letter.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah.
Aw,
Poor kitties.
I would do it. I'd take like 3 of them, but we have 2 dogs in the house. That might be a problem.
That could be a little problem.
Why don't you take some?
I have 2 cats and a dog already.
Oh,
so
all right. Well, we're going to need more people. So.
I'm full.
All right. And fostering really is only a few weeks. at a time,
yeah,
right?
until they find their forever
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
Yeah,
so might be something to consider. All right, well, thank you very much. Nice to see you.
Great to be here.
All right, and remember, if you want to get your copy of the Globe, it's on the first floor of the Community Services Building at 8 a.m. on Thursday morning, and you can go down there today and pick up a copy and become a cat fosterer. I think that would be fun. All right, we'll be right back after this.
I'm Under Sheriff Don Barnes with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and I have some important information that I'd like to share with you. If an emergency vehicle like a police car, fire engine, or ambulance are driving with their lights and siren on, it is responding to an emergency. Our ability to respond safely and quickly depends on you and the actions you take to help us. Remember, the person we're responding to help may be your friend or loved one, and we can't help them if we cannot get there. Here is Deputy Walewa to tell you what you should do when an emergency vehicle is responding to an emergency.
Every minute first responders spend on the road is critical time to a person in need waiting for us to arrive. First and most importantly, when you see emergency vehicle lights or hear sirens approaching behind you, safely and carefully pull over to the right side of the road. Today's vehicles are highly soundproof, so if you have music playing loudly or other distractions in the car, it can be difficult to hear sirens. Drive with minimal distractions and keep music at a volume that will enable you to hear emergency vehicles. Remember, other drivers may not be as aware as you are. Use extreme caution when pulling over. Use your indicator and carefully slow down before coming to a complete stop. Never stop in or block an intersection. After coming to a stop, wait until the emergency vehicle has passed you by at least 300 feet before moving safely back into traffic. All drivers are required by law to pull over for emergency vehicles, and failure to do so may result in a citation. If a patrol vehicle is driving behind you with its lights on, the deputy may be pulling you over for a traffic violation. If the deputy drives past you, he or she is responding to an emergency. If they remain behind you, they are pulling you over. If you determine that you are being pulled over, you can acknowledge the deputy by turning on your turn indicator while proceeding safely to a stop. Listen for instructions that may be given by the deputy to ensure that you're in a place that is safe. Once you have stopped, place your car in park and turn off your engine. Roll down your window completely, keep your seatbelt fastened, and place your hands on the steering wheel in plain view. Wait for the deputy to give you directions before reaching for your license, registration, and insurance. Let the deputy know where you will be reaching to retrieve the documents. By following these steps, you can help to promote your safety and the safety of other motorists and emergency personnel. Thank you for your time and for your continued support.
The Santa Ana Zoo goes beyond animal attractions. They are committed to providing recreation and education while highlighting the message of conservation. I caught up with Lauren Berg, educational specialist, to learn about their education programs. We are in Exploration Outpost, and I've caught up with Lauren, who's going to tell us a little bit about the volunteer and education programs. So, very fun area that we're in, and you said this is where some of our educational programs happen, right?
Yes, this is actually one of the really popular places for our education programs, including our Zoo Explorer. We use a lot of volunteers. We would not be able to do our education programs without our volunteers, and they range in backgrounds, ages, and abilities. Our docent program and our interpreters are the main ones that help us with those programs, and we absolutely love retired teachers and other people who just love kids and animals and want to come share the zoo with that next generation.
So what are some of the requirements as a volunteer?
So we don't have any starting requirements. You don't need to have a background in education or a background with animals. We do all of the training. We just ask for a lot of enthusiasm. And of course, availability while the zoo is open, because most of our programs take place during the regular hours of 10 a.m. until noon, but we also have volunteer opportunities throughout the entire day from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
And what are some of the things that they would be doing?
Sure, so the very first requirements for our volunteers is attending an orientation. We have orientations on the first Saturday of even-numbered months, so every other month. And we have volunteers that help with education programs, leading students around the zoo and doing activities. We have volunteers in our farm, helping people interact safely with the goats and the sheep and our other ambassador animals. We even have volunteers that help out our animal services staff if they're looking for something more physical.
And if somebody wanted to participate as a volunteer, can they just go to your website?
Exactly. All of our information about volunteering is on santaanazoo.org. Under the support tab, they can click on volunteer at the zoo and find all of the information they need.
Okay, perfect. And then, you know, here we have this exploration point here. What are they going to find here?
So here at the Exploration Outpost, you're going to find our reptiles and amphibians. We get a lot of guests that are afraid of snakes, and we have 2 big, beautiful boa constrictors here at the zoo. And it's a great opportunity for people to kind of face their fears, and also for our volunteers to give some conservation messaging and help people get past those myths and realize that these animals are really important to our environment and have benefits for people as well.
The Santa Ana Zoo is located right off the 5 freeway off 1st Street on Chestnut Avenue in Santa Ana. Very simple to get to. The zoo is open 7 days a week from 10 to 4, closed major holidays. There is a senior rate, 60 years and over, of $9. Wheelchairs and electric scooters are available for rent. For more information, visit their website at www.santaanazoo.org.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
Oh, weren't those? I
Yes.
keep showing those pictures. Wonderful. Ken, I wish you had the whole picture, Ken, because I swear those pants are exactly the same.
They are.
You're
They're like
wearing.
tan pants with, you know, back then, hush puppy shoes.
Oh gosh.
Which
and
were
hush
loafers.
puppies are now still in.
Yeah, they are.
Who knew?
Yep,
Who knew?
they were
All
hush
right.
puppies.
All right, so, geez, the first movie we have Friday at 2 and 7 p.m. is the infamous Forrest Gump. And long movie, and as you know, Forrest Gump is a simple man with a low IQ but good intentions. He is running through childhood with his best and only friend, Jenny. His mama teaches him the ways of life and leaves him to choose his destiny. Forrest joins the Army for service in Vietnam, finding new friends called Dan and Bubba. He wins medals, creates a famous shrimp fishing fleet, inspires people to jog, starts a ping pong craze, creates the smiley, writes bumper stickers and songs, donates to people, and meets the president several times. However, this is all irrelevant to Forrest, who can only think of his childhood wants to prove is that anyone can love anyone. His childhood sweetheart, Jenny Curran, who has messed up her life, but again, he just wants to prove that everybody can love anybody. So that will be shown on September 13th, Friday at 2 and 7 p.m., and that's brought to you by RadNet.
Yeah, very good movie.
Very good.
On Monday, we have certainly a different movie, different from Forrest Gump. This is Godzilla. Man, how many Godzillas have been made over the years?
There have been a lot, yes.
And this one is the latest one. It came out in May, Godzilla King of the Monsters. The cryptozoological agency Monarch faces off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the 3-headed King Ghidorah. I don't know.
What are these names?
Yeah, Ghidorah.
There you go.
But these are popular movies.
Well, they are.
They've been going on since what, like the 1930s or something?
Well, it's entertaining.
Yeah, and Kyle Chandler, Vera Farmiga, and Millie Bobby Brown. She is in the series. She's Stranger Things. She's the young girl, 11, in that series, I think. So that'll be Monday.
Yes.
And that is brought to you by AutoNation, Charlie Irvine. So there you go.
All right, so if you want to know what it's like to be in an 8.0 earthquake, the Earthquake Expo has a quake cottage. I'm not sure I would be first in line. You know, honestly, we don't need to feel an 8.0 earthquake. But nonetheless, if that's your thing, you can go to the fun Earthquake Cottage, and that'll be on September Oh, wait, excuse me. It's going to be on what day?
Saturday.
September 14th.
Yeah.
From 9 to 12:30 in the Performing Arts Center. And like I said, you can experience the Quake Cottage, and they're going to have a lot of other interesting information there about disaster preparedness. I'm sure our disaster team will be there to help you know what to keep on hand in case of an earthquake.
Yes.
So that'll be good.
Yeah. And then also on that day, Hoag is having a flu shot clinic and physician-led presentations. And that's going to be at the Hoag Hospital Irvine on Sand Canyon. And it's not listed here on the flyer that I have the times, but if you go online to hoag.org/health fair, you can find out about that.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right, perfect.
All right, and our weather today, where we're heating up, and for the next 3 days, I think today about 5 degrees warmer, and then add another 5 degrees on top of that for Friday and Saturday. And the Santa Ana winds, those offshore winds, are in the forecast and possibly beginning tonight. So overnight tonight. So of course that can hopefully doesn't cause
Put those
problems.
umbrellas down.
Yeah, put the umbrellas down for sure. And then we'll start to see it go down. Sunday should be kind of like today, but then Monday and Tuesday, there's some drizzle in the forecast.
Oh, your favorite.
Yes. Well, I'm hoping. Yeah. After we get, but I doubt that we'll get it in this area.
Yeah.
But it's not unusual as we get to this time of the year. We'll have like a couple weeks of hot, dry weather, Santa Ana winds, and we'll get a little drizzle or something. So we'll see about that around Orange County today. All the temperatures are up. As you can see, about 5 degrees average from yesterday. And that includes Palm Springs and Lake Arrowhead, San Diego. We're all up. And those will probably go up another, as I said, anywhere from 3 to 5 to 6 degrees tomorrow.
Okay, well, the place to be is the beach.
Yes.
Look at that, 81. Very nice. All right, tomorrow we have United Mutual will be here. We have Rancho Santa Margarita Toyota will be here. Laguna Woods Professionals Club, and then the Deluxe Nightclub. That sounds so groovy.
Yes.
They like to dance.
They do like to
They
dance.
like to dance. All right, have a great day in the village, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.